My name is Ross. I'm a filmmaker here in the Fort Smith International Film Festival this year with my film Ocean City. The premise of Ocean City follows an older gentleman either at the end of life or into the afterlife. That's kind of up to a subjective thing of the viewer. He is resting on a bench, kind of on the ocean, reflecting on his life as an entertainer, as a clown. And over the course of the short, you see his entertainment career did not quite go the way he had planned. And he kind of created this construct of a character that wasn't really himself. And so the climax, the crux of the story is he kind of discovers that he's surrounded by all these memories on the beach and the ocean around him. And he finds that once he peels off the makeup and drops it to the sand, suddenly he's relieved, he stands up and he disappears into the vapor. Kind of the idea that we often put on these false selves to kind of present ourselves to the world, and we sometimes lose touch with the inner being, and that the idea is like that was your inner being is all you had when you came into this world, and so the idea is that is the core of the essence that is important to us all as human beings. And so that is what Ocean City is about, and I'm glad to be showing it. So the most challenging scene, I think, for the film Ocean City was I have a scene at a children's birthday party. For that scene, I had about 8 kids between the ages of 10 and 7. And I was directing them sitting around a table, and it was a birthday, and there's a scene where the clown is performing, and rather than the kids really enjoying it, they had to kind of act like they were bored and they didn't really like it, and so it was kind of fun kind of directing those kids back then, and that's also why I'm glad to finally bring the film out to the festival. So finally it has an IMDb account where all those kids who were in the credits can now see themselves on IMDb, even if it's been 20 years. I'm a big fan of Jim Henson and Stan Lee and Jack Kirby and George Lucas, and the list goes on of creators that went and started these companies that helped change the face of mainstream entertainment. I went to Savannah College of Art and Design, so besides being a filmmaker, I also know how to draw and art and music and sound and all the things. So that's why I started seeing a challenge in the future of filmmaking. Most people will attest that the viewership at the movie theater is still kind of dropping, and the future of cinematic entertainment is kind of a porous one. And so I started this company called Reverie Studios Incorporated. I set it up as a corporation with the state of Arkansas to start building entertainment from the ground up, starting with building an audience base. And we'll begin with the first comic book called Wonderland Cave, which is a creative, it started out as a short script that kind of ended with a nice little cold chill down the bone and kind of fun little adventure sci-fi, slightly horror, but it's family friendly. We'll start with that book, and then hopefully in the spring we have 2 other series that will start the launch books for those. And with the sale of those books, all the proceeds will go right into the next book and the next book. And once we get 5 or 6 books for each series, then hopefully we'll be able to put them all together into graphic novels that we can put in retailers. And once we get through comics, we can then start turning the comics into animated series. And once we have the animated series going, hopefully by then we can get to a live-action feature film based on our first series, which is called The Keys of Atlantis. If you're wanting to tap into my short films, I've done 4 of them. You can reach out to me on Facebook, whatever, and Instagram, and I can send you links to those films. But Reverie Studios Incorporated, our website is reveriestudios.inc.com. We set up as a corporation with the state of Arkansas. We have an EIN number, and we're ready to go. And so you come by and check it out. We will show different stuff about the comics and properties on the website, but the really cool, fun element of it is we also have a Discord down there, and you can come on board the Discord. And on the Discord is where we'll be sharing the different panels of the comic as they're being finished, and kind of all the different nitty-gritty cool stuff that we hope to bring to life at Reverie Studios.